What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Full Metal Geek Tournament. Round number 1 is still going on. I don't know where we are in it because we're kind of filming these whenever we can, so I'm just going to act like we haven't filmed anything else but this one. And helping me do that today is my good friend over there, Robert the Spider Parker. Robert, how you doing this holiday season?
I'm doing lovely. I am excited that we're getting into this tournament. The quicker we can get through round 1, the quicker our season can end, and we can sort of steamroll into next season. But this is still going to be a big tournament. We have some really, really great players and some great first-round matches, including this one. The records and the seedings I don't think necessarily reflect how close I think this match might be.
Yeah, absolutely. You got Jay Burnz, the number 6 competitor, versus Kaleb Koho, the number 11 competitor. And yeah, exactly what you say. The records do not reflect the skill that these gentlemen have. All that reflects is how long they've been around. I mean, you look at these records, these guys have played a lot of matches. 2 of the most matches, actually, I looked through the entire roster. These are 2 competitors who have played some of the most matches in this league. So that tells you how long these guys have been around and how competitive they have stayed in. Jay has a couple of times had a shot at the title. Kaleb even once had a shot at the title early. A shot at the title. But anyways, what I'm saying is these guys are competitive. They had some bad luck this season, but I think both of these competitors actually do better in tournament settings. So I think this is where they have the chance to shine. But of course, with what's on the line this season, knowing that if you don't win this match, you have to go back into testing, it puts a little bit more pressure on. So let's go ahead and talk with our higher-ranked competitor first before we get started, and that is Jay. And his representation today is our number 2 ranked competitor, and that's Amaru. Jay, how you feeling this evening?
I can't wait for this team's match. Old Dirty Chinese food restaurants ready to fucking destroy. It's fun to be here. It's fun to answer trivia questions. I don't hate Koho like some people in the community seem to think that I do, him included probably. I'm just here to have a little bit of fun. Ruth here to keep me fucking level-headed. Mark couldn't make it, so there's no Ozzy Osbourne looking motherfucker energy here, but there is Wu-Tang energy, and that's what we're about today. That's the aesthetic.
All right, absolutely.
I'm just here to make sure Jay has a good time. But yeah, you got this, bro.
All right, well, good luck to y'all, gentlemen. We'll see y'all in a little bit as we bring in the opponent for today, and that is Mr. Kaleb Koho and his representation, another high-ranked competitor, the number 3 ranked competitor in Tim Kaleb. Kaleb, how are you doing this evening?
If this is a teams match, I feel really good about my chances. Tim and I have spent a lot of time playing against each other. It's really fun now that we get to kind of work together today. This will be a lot of fun. Jay is good. He's played for that title before. There's literally no animosity here when it comes to that. But there's a lot on the line. I'm just kind of there's no gimmicks, no crown, no anything. I'm just here to play and answer some questions.
I will say this though, I was a former champion of this league. I managed the current champion of this league in a match. I'm related to Robert. We have a good shot today.
We have a good shot today.
All right.
No, this is going to be fun.
No, absolutely. I like it. All good times, all good people here. So let's go ahead. We're gonna save Mr. Prakala for his match later on, and we're gonna bring back Jay for his match, which is today. As we start, of course, with round number 1 for y'all, gentlemen. Round number 1 is gonna work like this. Each of you will receive 10 questions throughout the world of geekdom. You have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it when we call on you. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. If either or both of you get all 10 correct, there will be a bonus question available. Keep in mind, gentlemen, for the entire match, you have 3 repeats, 1 challenge available to y'all. Robert, am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so. I'm ready to go.
All right, then you go ahead and start it off with question number 1 because I'm tired.
All right. Sure thing. Your first question in the category Worlds of DC. What does Huntress use to kill her final victim in the restaurant at the start of Birds of Prey?
What is your favorite bird of prey, Robert? Like actual bird of prey.
I like a good hawk.
Right? I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm down for a hawk.
I can't say no to an owl either. Owls, I think, underrated.
But like what type of owl? There's so many different owls.
Snowy owl.
Ooh, that's a good one. 3.
Nerd.
2. 1. All right, pins down, gentlemen. And we start with Jay
I don't remember this fucking movie, man. I said chopsticks.
and Koho.
Knife.
Both incorrect. We were looking for her signature crossbow.
Oh,
Signature crossbow.
I was thinking
All
of the
right.
guy.
Gentlemen, we get on to your next question. Next question comes in the category of the Wizarding World. From who did Harry buy his wand in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Quick, Robert, what pet would you take to Hogwarts?
Snowy Owl.
Oh, still a good choice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you had to know it was coming.
I actually did it. I wasn't ready for that, but it makes total sense. I would actually take a toad. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I would take a toad.
Okay.
5, 4,
Is it
3,
because it's the Digimon of
2,
the natural world?
1. Maybe, but also I just want to be in the choir. Koho
Ollivander.
and Jay.
Mr. Ollivander.
Both correct. My board's
Nice job,
gone, but
guys.
that's a tie game.
Tie game 1-1. Your next question in the category of Middle Earth. Name 2 allies who came to rescue Gandalf at the start of Battle of the Five Armies.
Hey, Robert, look at this gigantic board I have to use now.
That is quite the board.
Well, because I had a little board, and my stepdad tried to give me a new marker. He didn't know it was permanent, so when I was testing its like ink, I scribbled it over my board.
That's
then-
not what you want.
Yeah, exactly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's all that was available in this house. Let's go to Jay
Radagast and Legolas.
and Koho.
It's like Galadriel and Elrond.
Koho does
That is
have
correct.
correct answers. Yes. The acceptable answers were Galadriel, Elrond, Saruman, and Radagast. Legolas was not there at the rescue of Gandalf, unfortunately. Koho taking a 1-point lead as we get into question number 4. That is in the category of Marvel, non-MCU Marvel. Who plays Victor Creed, a.k.a. Sabretooth, in X-Men Origins Wolverine? Robert, remember when there was supposed to be like 3 of these movies?
Yeah, I remember when X-Men Origins Magneto was going to be a thing?
Remember when
that
X-Men
movie
Origins
exists.
Cyclops was supposed to be a thing?
Yeah.
Those
Good
were,
times.
those were the 3 that were announced. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we still don't have the Gambit movie. Let's go to Koho
I believe they were also talking about X-Men Origins Nightcrawler. Liev Schreiber.
and Jay,
I also have Liev Schreiber.
and both of you would be correct.
Nice job, guys. Your next one in the category of Star Wars. What does Palpatine call his new empire that he promises to Kylo Ren in Rise of Skywalker?
I would take the Empire. I would take it if it was like promised to me. I'd be like, okay, sure, I gotta kill some people. All right.
I mean, yeah, do you really want to be the guy who says no? Like that?
I mean, you could go down like hardcore, like Kylo Ren did, and like you
I
go
guess.
down like a boss. But I'd say yes. I'd take the money and run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, and back to Jay
The new Sith Empire.
and Koho.
Topical. The Final Order.
The final order is correct. Koho taking a 2-point lead now as we get into question number 6. This is in the category of Star Trek. Star Trek. What 2 characters go to a nearby planetoid to try to open one of the torpedoes in Star Trek Into Darkness? Did I
Planetoid.
say planetoid? I
Yeah.
felt like I said it wrong after I said it. I
Close,
said
though.
plant, didn't I? I said
You did.
plant. I did. That happens every time I read planet. But no, guys, I went to college. 5.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Caleb's first repeat. What 2 characters go to a nearby planetoid to try to open one of the torpedoes in Star Trek Into Darkness? Thank you, Mr. Koho, for the opportunity to redeem myself with planetoid.
We'll just edit that in. We'll isolate the audio from you saying it the second time and edit it over the first time. No,
Just
we
have
won't.
me
I'm
say it wrong
getting-
twice.
Oh, I'm getting confirmation. No.
Matt, because it would have been funny if I said it wrong twice. I should have just said it the way I wanted to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Mr. Koho.
I hope I could pull the other person. Is it Scotty and Keenzer?
And Jay.
Bones and Carol Marcus.
That is
That is
correct.
correct. Bones and Carol Marcus. Jay catching up a little bit with that one. Now back to a 1-point game.
All right, your next one in the category of mixed bag. What color does Knives dye her hair to try to compete with Ramona in Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
I've considered dyeing my hair this color.
Have you?
I have.
You could rock it.
I rocked the green pretty well when I had it, so I feel like I could also rock this color. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Jay.
You punched the color out of her hair, blue.
And Mr. Koho.
Gotta go fast. Blue.
Both are correct. 4-5 as we go into question number 8. This is in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A miniature version of what vehicle is on Hank Pym's keychain in Ant-Man? If you had Pym particles, Robert, what's the first thing you would try to shrink?
The moon.
Really? Really? You'd be
I'm going to
that
steal
guy.
the moon.
You'd
I'm
love
stealing
That's
the
what I
moon.
was thinking.
and just keep it in your pocket?
I'll tie a lasso around it and pull it down.
4, 3,
Oh, God.
2, 1. I can't even think of an answer anymore because the mood was too good. Let's go to Mr. Koho.
He's gonna take the pyramids too. Tank.
And Jay.
Tank.
Both correct.
All right, your penultimate question in the category of DC. What newspaper did Clark start working for in 1978's Superman?
Robert, I'm also getting a message from the desk. You actually pronounced that word wrong. It is pentultimate. Pentultimate is the correct way to pronounce that word.
No.
Challenge.
That it is not.
On Earth 4 2069, that's how it's pronounced.
3,
How you-
2, 1. All right, pens down. We start with Jay
The Daily Planet.
and Mr. Koho.
The Daily Planet.
Both correct.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Daily Planetoid.
And now Tim's got me cracking up when I'm supposed to be reading a question.
That's a reference to a small one from Vegas.
Yes. Also Vegas.
Such a liberty. Also Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, your final question in this round is going to be in the category of heroes and villains. Heroes and villains. What comic book movie features villainous performances by Martin Sheen and John Leguizamo? Speaking of Martin Sheen, did anybody see the Mighty Ducks Game Changers trailer today? Because his son's in it.
No.
I tried to make a connection there because I saw it.
You know what?
It was
Yeah.
Gordon Bob Bay's back. I'm happy. I hope they get Joshua Jackson back. 5, 4,
Watch the West Wing, though.
3, 2.
What's the last thing?
All right,
Probably
pens down, and we start with Mr. Koho
Spawn.
and Jay.
I also said Spawn.
And you
Both
would also
correct.
be correct. All right. After that first round, we have a 1-point game in favor of Mr. Koho. It is 8-7 as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 will work like this. We will bring up a wheel for y'all. This wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villains pick. You each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you land on has 5 questions in it, each worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice. However, the value of that question goes down to 1. You are awarded 1 respin unless you land on villain's pick. And keep in mind, gentlemen, there is stealing in this round. Now, Mr. Koho, since you are in the lead, we're going to go ahead and present the categories to you first, and then you and your manager can decide whether you'd like to spin first or second. Robert, while I bring up that wheel, can you let them know the categories for this evening?
I would love to. Your categories for this evening are Marvel, Star Trek, Directors and Composers, DC, Worlds of DC, Middle-earth, MCU, and Star Wars.
And that's why I had him do that, because, of course, the first wheel didn't come up right. And now it does.
That's not bad. We go second though, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say so. That makes the most sense.
Right. Good.
All right, so they will be spinning second, so we will remove Mr. Prakala and bring in Mr. Amaru.
Jay,
James.
Jay, good shit that first round, man. Especially that track pull.
Appreciate that. I'm glad Koho used that repeat because I was like, I'm gonna use one.
And it lands on Villain's pick.
Of course it does.
So we will go ahead and do the old switcheroo again. So Mr.
Shenanigans,
Amaru.
we never got told it was a primed wheel.
All right, so Tim and Kaleb, the floor is yours. What would you like to give Mr. J?
Can we see the list again? Can you scroll down?
Sure, absolutely. Give me 1 second while I switch back over to that window, and there is the list for you again.
Woof. Okay, so definitely not Middle Earth. Even though you missed that one, I think you would hit the right. I think it was a few.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he just said he needed the repeat on Star Trek, so like maybe Trek, or do you want to?
I'm not opposed to Trek.
Just because that's probably what you're weakest on there.
I would say we give either Trek, maybe DC, but I'm not confident on DC either. I mean, if they're all easy, if they're all as easier on that scale as Daily Planet, but that's not what I want to give them. I'm not sure.
I don't know about his. I don't know about his Trek performance overall. That's the thing. Is like you'd be able to and you might be able to get some steals, but
right.
Like, if
I think Star Trek's probably our smart.
You feel good with that?
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's probably the safest bet. So we'll give him Star Trek.
Okay.
All right. Star Trek is the category. Gentlemen, remember to keep your hands visible at all times during this round. And Robert, whenever you're ready, hit Jay with his questions.
Sure thing. Here we go. 5 questions in the category Star Trek. Which Federation starship was briefly helmed by George Kirk when attacked in the opening of Star Trek 09?
Do you need the USS part?
It doesn't matter.
The Kelvin.
That is correct for 2 points.
And the lead.
Yep. 2 more questions. Question 2. What creature does Bones test Khan's blood on in Star Trek Into Darkness?
A Tribble.
That is correct for 2 points. Number 3. While at sea in the holodeck in Star Trek Generations, who does Data push into the water?
Oh. Multiple choice.
5.
Okay. Your options are A. Deanna Troi, B. Beverly Crusher, C. Will Riker, or D. Geordie LaForge.
Riker.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal from Koho. The options are A. Deanna Troi, B. Beverly Crusher, C. Will Riker, or D. Geordie LaForge.
B.
B as in boy.
Boy, yes.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. All right. It was Beverly Crusher, so 2 more questions for Jay. Number 4. Who breaks Bones, Spock, and Kirk out of captivity on the Enterprise in The Final Frontier?
Multiple choice, please.
Okay. Is it A. Uhura, B. Scotty, C. Sulu, or D. Cybok?
Uhura.
That is incorrect. Chance again for a 1 point steal for Koho. Is it A. Uhura, B. Scotty, C. Sulu, or D. Cybok?
Scotty.
Scotty's correct for another 1-point steal. All right, and final question for Jay in this round. How does Decker describe Kirk's gamble of flying into the cloud in Star Trek the Motion Picture?
Five, 4, 3.
Suicide.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal from Koho.
Um,
5, 4, 3.
insane.
Is also incorrect. We are looking for unwarranted.
Okay.
Unwarranted gamble.
Valid.
All right. So after that match with that couple of steals from Koho, it is a 1-point game in favor of Jay, 11-10. However, Koho does still have his spin up, so we will
Good
bring
shit,
back up
buddy.
the wheel. And the spin is away. And what do you know?
Double villain spin, I guess.
All
All
right.
right.
On
That's how it
villain's
be.
pick.
That's how it be.
I guess that's how it be. All right.
You're only down one.
True.
So this time the old switcheroo will happen with Mr. Bacala or Mr. Moses. Gentlemen,
Hey.
I will scroll down that list for y'all. Of course, you can give him anything but Star Trek.
So I know we talked about earlier about giving him. Is there though we've seen him study a bit, but is there anything else you think he would be worse on than Middle Earth?
Maybe DC. That's pushing it. Honestly, sorry, it's a really small screen to me.
I can read out the categories to you if it would help.
I'm thinking either Middle Earth or Star Wars, but I think sticking with the plan is
Star Wars might be a little deeper.
that's true. Star Wars might be a little bit deeper, but it's a little bit more surface level because of how many movies that there are, and that's the thing that I'm worried about.
All right, but your gut said Middle Earth at the beginning, right?
It did.
Go with it.
All right, we'll give it Middle Earth.
All right, Middle Earth is what we will be getting. And Mr. Amaru goes away. I will get to those questions. And Mr. Koho, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your first question in the category of Middle Earth. What is Gollum talking about in Two Towers when he tells Frodo and Sam that orcs don't use it, orcs don't know it?
I don't know exactly the wording you want.
5.
Gollum's
4.
secret path to Mordor.
Unfortunately, that is not an answer. We can accept, Jay, a chance for a 2-point steal. Five, 4, 3.
The Dead Marshes, the
3.
path through the Dead Marsh.
That is correct.
Correct.
For 2 points.
2-point steal. Dead Marshes is what we were looking for.
Okay.
All right. Kaleb, your second question, category Middle Earth.
Okay.
What is the name of the pony Aragorn and Sam release before they enter the mines of Moria in the Fellowship of the Ring?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Abe, B, Bill, C, Pete, or D, Ed.
Bill.
That is correct for 1 point.
Mr. Ed is a horse, of course. That's unfair.
All right. Kaleb, your next question. What is the answer to the second riddle that Bilbo asked Gollum in An Unexpected Journey?
I don't know which one is which, so we're going to go to multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, teeth, B, time, C, eggs, or D, wind?
Wind.
Jay, a chance for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, teeth, B, time, C, eggs, or D, wind.
I'm wrong. Eggs.
That is correct for another steal. 1 point. Kaleb, your fourth question.
Mm-hmm.
Who kills Azog in the Battle of the Five Armies?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Dwalin, B, Thorin, C, Legolas, or D, Killy.
Thorin.
That is correct for 1 point. And Kaleb, your last question.
Mhm.
What age of Middle Earth began with Aragorn's coronation at the end of Return of the King?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, the third age, B, the fourth age, C, the fifth age, or D, the sixth age. Five, four, three, two.
Fourth age.
That is correct for
Correct.
1 point.
To bring with it within one, we'll be going into the final round. Jay up 14-13.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. So this is how round number 3 is going to work. We will present another wheel to y'all. This wheel only has 6 categories on it, each with 3 questions: a 2-pointer, 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. You will get 3 spins at the wheel, each for those value of points. If you get them correctly, you will receive those amount of points. We will stay with the competitor who is behind until they take the lead over their opponent. Keep in mind, gentlemen, you do have 1 respin available for this round, but only 1. So if you spin on a 2-pointer, can't spin on the 3 or the 5. Or you respin on your 2-pointer, you cannot respin on your 3 and your 5. So, Mr. Koho, since you are behind, we will bring in your manager first. I will present the wheel to everyone, and then we will get your spin away. Gentlemen, the categories in round 3 for this evening are going to be Star Wars, Mixed Bag, DC, MCU, Star Trek, and Marvel.
Okay.
Kaleb, your first spin is away.
Okay.
And it lands on Mixed Bag. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
It'd be dumb to use the respin now. We'll keep
Yeah,
it.
you should keep it. Yeah.
All right. And Robert, you will have Koho this round.
Sure thing. All right, your 2-pointer in the category of mixed bag. What is the subtitle to the second Ninja Turtles film released?
Secret of the Ooze.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead.
Go ninja.
All right. So he does take the lead with that. So now it is Jay's turn for his 2-pointer spin. So we bring in Amaru and bring back up the wheel. And Jay, your spin is away. Every category is available except Mixed Bag. And it barely misses that and lands on Star Wars. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
You got this.
I think we're gonna keep that for 2 points.
All right. Keeping Star Wars for 2 points. All right, Jay, for 2 points to retake the lead in Star Wars. In Attack of the Clones, when Anakin breaks down after his mother's death, who does Anakin say is jealous and holding him back?
Oh damn.
5.
Obi-Wan.
That is correct
That's
for
correct.
2 points and the lead. So,
I don't know why I hesitated so long on that. I was like, I just watched that movie like fucking 3 days ago.
all right, we bring back up the wheel for Mr. Koho. This is the 3-pointer spin. All categories are once again eligible. And it lands on DC. Would you like to keep that for 3 points or use your respin?
I feel better about DC than I feel about a couple other ones on there.
I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think you. I think if you might as well save the respin for the next
Right.
question, and because you're only down 1.
Yeah, it's only 1 point.
Yeah, I would say you take this.
Okay. We'll keep it.
Okay.
Keeping it. And Robert, whenever you're ready.
Sure thing, Koho, for 3 points and to retake the lead again. Category DC. What was the profession of Gordon Dietrich in V for Vendetta?
Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think that's it. Yeah, right. Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
He's a TV news host.
That is correct for 2 points. Or excuse me, for 3 points.
3 points.
Challenge.
All right, we have a challenge. Let me bring Maru in so y'all can discuss it.
Octo or news?
No, it's a variety show. Like, it's a satirical variety show. It's not really a news show.
Okay.
That's just it. That's why they're creating sketches, and that's why they have the sketch with Adam Sutler. That's why they got disrespect. That's why they got shot down for doing the sketch with the nuns and the cow.
Yeah,
because
and it's
they
not.
aren't-
It's not
that's
specifically
not
a
new.
news show, right?
No.
Okay. So your challenge is
I'd say take the challenge
Yeah.
if you want.
so the challenge is that he's not a news host. It's variety TV. So he's not a
Yes.
news host. That is your challenge.
Yes.
All right, we're going to review the challenge and we'll be right back, everyone.
All right. Hi, we're back. So the challenge was made that it is not a TV news show program. Instead, it is a talk show program, and those are verifiably different. We were talking about the comparison to a Trevor Noah type or a Stephen Colbert type. We asked a bunch of people, consulted with a bunch of people. Ultimately, we decided that it is not a TV news show. That is not an accurate enough description of his position. So we are not going to be able to give Koho the 3 points, and we will go to the wheel for Koho's 5-pointer.
Thanks, we will. So we bring back in his manager.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm an
Rich.
asshole.
You're not.
I'm an asshole too, buddy. It's all good.
I want to say before we do this final spin, I am very honored that Tim is here to help me, and I wouldn't want anyone else here with me right now. Anyway.
All right, let's do this.
All right, you guys. So the 5-pointer spin is away. All categories available, and you do still have your respin available as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it lands on mixed bag. So would you like to use that respin?
Yeah, respin it.
Let's respin that.
That's why I didn't complicate the question. There we go. Whatever it lands on this time, you will be answering from. And it will be the MCU.
Okay. How many repeats left?
Two.
He has 2.
All right, you got me, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Kaleb, if you hit this, you take the lead over Jay. If you miss, Jay will win the match and move on. And Robert,
right.
it's you.
Yep. Your 5-pointer in the category of MCU.
Mm-hmm.
On what planet does Aisha hire Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Your question again? On what planet does Aisha hire Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
I'll tangle up my fucking cords. Okay.
5, 4, 3,
I won't check it out.
2.
Contraxia.
That is correct for 5 points.
5 big points right there.
And with that, the lead becomes 4 points. So, Jay, you'll still have to answer your 3, but to win the match, you will have to hit your 5.
All right, so let's go ahead and do what we must and bring up the wheel. For your 3-pointer spin, every category is available to you except DC. So spin that wheel. You know, I need to stop reminding the wheel what I don't want it to land on. But
All
seriously,
right, for your question, what is the profession of Gordon Dietrich?
seriously? Oh, I swear if you do it again. All right,
Okay,
so it lands
luckily-
on the MCU.
I'll take it.
All right, taking that for 3 points. All right. All right. Jay, to come within 1 point of Kaleb for 3 points. In The Incredible Hulk, Samuel Stearns has a room in his lab filled with samples of what?
Ooh.
5,
Uh,
4, 3, 2.
super soldier
One.
serum.
That is incorrect. We're
Looking
looking for
for
Bruce's blood. Sorry,
Bruce Banner's
yeah.
blood.
Bruce Banner's blood.
He synthesized Bruce Banner's blood to do more tests. So it does come down to this. Jay does still have his 5-pointer spin available. And his respin is also available to him as well. If he hits this.
All right, Jay. That one didn't matter. This one does. You've been
you.
every time you've hesitated, you've been right. So go with your gut on whatever you got for this. You got this, man.
All right, man. Let's see what
5-pointer
we spin.
spin is going. Every
Hey,
category available except MCU.
I was about to ask.
Is it gonna hit MCU now?
Actually, it hit Marvel. So non-MCU. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
So I'm pretty sure there are more than one thing that you don't want on here, and MCU is gone. I feel like this probably would have been top 2. If you had to
Top
choose in your
3, like honestly, we could risk it for the biscuit, and I wouldn't feel bad after winning that challenge. There's a little bit of a momentum shift. Like either way is fine with me. I've seen Marvel movies recently, so I mean we can go with it. I don't feel 100% on it, but
Let's go with what we had. What's your gut telling you? Go what you got.
my gut was saying spin again.
Do it.
Spinning again?
Yeah.
All right. Spin is away. Whatever it lands on this time, you will answer. Unless, of course, it's MCU. Then we'll spin again. And thank God it almost did it again to me, didn't it? So it's going to be Star Trek. Star
Okay.
Trek.
You got this,
All
Jay.
right. And Jay, keep in mind, you still have all your repeats available to you.
Yep.
All right. For 5 points and the win in the category of Star Trek. How does Admiral Doherty die in Star Trek Insurrection? Robert, did I say it right? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make sure so I don't confuse it.
Yep. Doherty, you got it right.
Okay. Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the
2.
question, please.
As your first repeat. How does Admiral Doherty die in Star Trek Insurrection? Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'll use the
1.
repeat.
Second repeat. How does Admiral Doherty die in Star Trek Insurrection? Five, 4.
Good game, Koho. He's killed by the Borg.
And your winner, Kaleb Koho, was looking for killed by a face-stretching machine. Killed by a face-stretching machine.
Down
What
to
a
the
match.
last
Down to the last question right there.
intense game there. Intense down to the last question. Intense tied almost all the way through. Double villains pick. and both of these guys fought through some extenuating circumstances, and Koho came out on top at the end there. Big pull on his 5-pointer.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and speak with Jay first. Jay and Amaru. Jay, like Robert said, man, that was a close match all the way through, man. Down by 1 at the end of round 1, up by 1 at the end of round 2. Came down to the 5-pointers for both of you. How you feeling, man?
There we go.
Yeah, there he is.
Sorry,
Jay,
I just had
did
to make sure that the face stretching machine wasn't a part of the board collective.
Hearing good.
Fair enough.
No.
I mean, it is what it is. If I make a frivolous challenge in round 2, I mean, even going into round 3, 9 times out of 10, I win. It didn't happen today. I didn't play on the top of my game. We both kind of got taken out of a flow with that 20-minute challenge. I'll respect to Koho. I'll respect it, Tim. Tim, I get it, man. I'm an asshole too, bro. Don't even stress on that. This was fun. It sucks being the number 5 competitor and having to retest next season, but thus is the toss of the dice. Thus is what has to happen. At the end of the day, I think had things gone just a little bit differently, had I actually thought about some questions, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's what happens when you don't think, and that happens a lot. I appreciate Rue being in my corner. I appreciate him being level-headed, and thank you to both you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all reaching out and taking time with that challenge. 100%.
Yeah, that was a good challenge, and one I was thinking about when I was backstage, and then we just got a 5-pointer that we didn't know, and Koho got one that Jay definitely did, and so did he, and it worked out. That's what happens when you have this wheel. Koho kept his head in the game, didn't worry about losing the challenge, and he pulled out what he needed to do. So respect to him, respect to Jay. Jay played hell of a match, and he'll be back. He always is. Ain't no worries on that.
Well, Jay, like I said, with your skill, I have no doubt that you'll make it through the testing brackets and be back here once again. Amaru, of course, we will see you later down in the tournament line. Thank you, gentlemen, both for being here, and great game. All right, and now we bring in our first upset of the tournament, the 11th ranked Kaleb Koho and his manager. Gentlemen, like from what they said, I know that was
as far as shooting, by the way.
Yeah,
that we might have had stuff released already, but who knows?
Oh,
sorry.
As far as we know, yeah. No, he's right. As far as we know,
we're shooting out of order. Yeah,
we're shooting completely out of order. We don't know if this is going to be shown first, second, or third. Probably 15th. I don't know. I don't really know how this tournament works anymore. I'm so tired. But Kaleb, you pulled out like I just said to Jay, up by 1 in round. Well, basically the opposite. Up by 1 in round 1, down by 1 in round 2. Having a little trouble with that challenge, but then hitting that 5-pointer, which was a tough 5-pointer for anybody right there. We know in most categories like Star Trek and Star Wars, planets are hard, and you got it on an MCU question. So hats off to you, sir. How are you feeling?
I appreciate it. I feel like I played a really, really rusty game, and that scares me. I do not feel like I was in fighting shape today. The crossbow miss is going to bug me. The Middle Earth miss in round 2 is going to bug me. The shoot for 2, those were 2 that I should have known. And I should have went multiple. I would have hit that on multiple. I shouldn't have just taken the shot on, especially because I knew Jay would have stolen it. The challenge, I've been through a lot of them. Being the one forcing them, being the one on the receiving end, and being the one judging. Challenges aren't fun ever. But I just tried to not focus on what happened with it and just keep thinking about the 5. And it worked out. I'm glad it was MCU. As soon as it's fun MCU, I felt a little bit better. I was breathing a little bit easier. And when I heard the question, I didn't use all 3 repeats because I wasn't going to be an ass, but I used 1 for suspense. But I learned from the best. So I got to thank Tim again for being here. Tim was very calming and reassuring as a manager. It's very nice. It was nice. So.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because that's a very interesting topic because
we haven't shot anything yet, but yeah.
Yes, you will be playing the winner of the number 14th seed Jake Marangoni and the number 3 seed, Tim Burkala.
Again? 2 years in a row we have to play in round 2.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my second round 2 match where I'm probably gonna end up playing Tim. And I'll say this: I love Tim to death, and he will probably kick my ass full size if I'm not playing better than I was today. But last time we played, the wheel decided to fuck me. If the wheel doesn't fuck me this time, that was really close, and I think me and Tim are gonna have a great match this time.
No, yeah,
or
absolutely.
Jake could pull the fucking upset. He's been playing.
he
great.
definitely could. He could force.
He's playing great.
He could force this former champ back to testing it. I fully believe that is something that could happen.
Dude, Jake is good. Jake is better than we think he is.
Jake is the self-proclaimed best 1-4 player in the league. So.
He is. He's the best person to ever go 1-4.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. Of course, Kaleb, we will see you in round 2. Tim, we will see you in your round 1 match. Great job today, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Robert, any last thoughts on that tough match right there?
I'm glad it's over. And we got through it. It was a close game. You know, it was a 4-point game, but as far as intensity, it was everything you want out of a first round match. I would be surprised if another first round match feels as tense as that one just did.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for this episode of the tournament. Make sure you do everything you're supposed to do. Like, subscribe, comment on this video. For everyone who was here, for Amaru and Jay, for Koho, for Tim Burkala, and of course for my co-host, Robert. Always love having you here. I have been RJ. I don't even think I introduced myself at the beginning. I keep forgetting to. But we will see you guys next time here at 4.